This episode of Pretty Not Smart is brought to you by Huggies Little Snugglers. Huggies Little Snugglers, now with blowout protection in every direction, sizes 1 through 2. Huggies, we got you, baby.
Welcome back to another episode of Pretty Not Smart with your host, and
I'm Patrick.
why'd you do that kind of perfect?
No, when he's on the phone, it's like, is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick. That's me today.
You guys, it's finally spooky season.
Finally.
If you are listening and not watching, you are not able to see our amazing decor done by yours truly, me and Eric.
Yes, Eric is one of our friends. He's our photographer bestie, and he came over for a little vacation, and then he helped Alex decorate our studio.
We were a little scared because we gave this task to Alex. He said that if we were down, he wanted to decorate, and I was a little nervous, not gonna lie.
I think we both were, because every year, I think the first season I did it by myself. And then the following ones, Alex helped me.
Yeah.
He helps me decorate for everything. But then this year, he was like, nah, I want to do a solo.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I was
so
scared because we love spooky season. We know y'all love spooky season, and decor is a huge part of spooky season. So when he said he wanted to do it, I was scared it was going to give frat room. Right?
Or I don't know. I thought it was going to give I don't know, como que
just
le iba a
didn't know
faltar algo. Sazón.
Yeah. I don't know. I was picturing just men posters of Freddy Krueger and shit.
Oh, Chucky everywhere, ching.
Yeah. But low-key, he did a full reveal for us, and I was surprised.
I was too. I feel like you guys, good job, man. Good job, Eric. You guys did that shit.
The biggest thing that I told Yoatzi is that I was surprised that they went in with the details. I was scared that he was going to buy a bunch of big things and just be like, all right, it's done. But I didn't expect the little details of the webs. If you guys are just listening, I'll try to describe it. But there's webs all over our little table. There's a bunch of little candles everywhere. Our big ass pictures in the back, he put spider webs and caution tape on them. And then we have our little mona hanging from the ceiling.
We have spiders. We have tombstones. We have Pascualita
in our
in the
couch.
studio, in the couch. I feel like there's just a lot of little detail. There's this little plant next to me. I think it's my favorite.
Yeah.
And out of the plant are fingers and eyeballs coming out.
Yeah. So everybody in the comments say good job, man, and Eric.
Woo! They did it.
And I also do want to point out that he chose our costumes.
Oh, yeah. We did not pick the costumes. This was Mez's idea.
So he decided to make us SpongeBob and Patrick.
I like my Patrick one.
Great.
I'm all cute. I'm like, woo.
Well, I'm right here as a blob.
He's just an esponja.
I'm just a fucking esponja.
So it's actually really good that you're an esponja because I'm going to wash dishes after. So I'm going to take you with me.
I don't have the suds.
That episode when SpongeBob has the suds.
That was one of my favorites.
Me too. He's all malito.
He was there's fucking little mocos and shit everywhere.
Pobrecito.
And also our live show's tomorrow,
You guys, I'm going to shit myself.
Hey, on stage.
I'm so scared. I don't know why Louie signed me up for this.
Yeah, no, I feel like this is why October came by so quick, because I feel like usually we plan so much before October starts, what we're going to be filming and everything.
We plan a month ahead of time.
Yeah.
But this time we've been so busy planning for our live show that we didn't really plan too much for October.
Not to say that we don't have it ready and set to go. We do.
We have it ready.
But it's just usually it's done at a such slower pace. But it fully creeped up on us, and I was like, oh my God, we're literally filming for our first episode for spooky season, and then our live show is tomorrow. If you guys are watching this on Thursday as it comes out, but our live show is tomorrow, and I'm really excited. So
I'm scared. So for all of you who bought tickets, I literally cannot wait to see you guys and send you besitos and see you guys in person. That's so exciting.
And if you guys are like, what the hell? I didn't even know y'all were doing a live show. It's because we announced it. The plan was to announce it on here on our channel first, and then the next, because we wanted to give our OG listeners, anybody who just tunes into the podcast at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yes.
We were like, let's do it for them first, and the
they
next
get
day,
dibs.
Yeah, I was like, and the next day we'll post it on our socials for anybody else who didn't tune in right away to the episode. But before we even fucking did that, it sold out.
Yeah, y'all fucking sold us the fuck out. Me and Louie thought we were gonna have so much time to post content about it.
We had so much ready to post, but
we'll still post it.
Yeah, we'll probably
post
still
that.
post it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we're so excited, and hopefully we fill you guys in on next week's episode, like how it went. But if you did purchase tickets, we do want to say that doors open at 6.
Yes.
You can start lining up before, because as y'all saw when you purchase your tickets, it's first come, first serve. But the show does start a las 7.
A las 7
So don't show
puntito,
up
mi amor.
at 7 and think that we're still going to be in the back. Like at 7, that's when we're on stage.
And also, there is going to be like little drinks and fun stuff at the event.
Yeah.
So I would recommend get an Uber or Lyft or a ride, so you don't have to worry about your fucking car and all that shit.
Yeah, or even parking. But
Ay, que pinche flojera.
also, before we fully dive into everything, this is our first time launching Pretty Not Smart merchandise at the show.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so we're really excited.
So if you're not going sex to sex, I'm just kidding.
They're like, well, we're not gonna go to other ones. Right?
No, let us know if you guys want us to go to another city or something.
Yeah, again, this was all just us trying to figure out if you guys even cared to see us. So seeing that you guys sold the show out before it was fully properly announced kind of gave us a little glimpse of excitement, and we hope you guys love the show, because we definitely put a lot into it. It's not just sitting down being boring.
No, we feel the love from you guys, so we're excited to give the love back.
Yeah, and then if this goes well, then hopefully we'll see you guys in your city next time. All right,
So comment down below where you want us to go next.
Yeah. But before we jump into spooky season, which I still can't believe we're in October, like time is flying by so fast.
Yes.
We are gonna jump straight to Mez word of the day. Do you have it, Sir?
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I do have the word. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Y'all ready for this?
The word is.
Spongelicious?
I was gonna say sponja.
The word is suds. Not getting on
Ah.
that. Okay, the word is cyclical.
Cyclical. You made that one up.
Pico.
Cyclical.
Little. Cyclic. I use it in a sentence.
Okay. The changing of seasons from winter to spring to summer and back to autumn is a cyclical process.
Oh, it's like a cycle. It's a cyclical process.
Like it
Yes,
follows
Yes, it's a cycle. Like recycle, reduce, reuse, recycle. No, it's just like a cycle.
I think that's the first one you got right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's because
Cyclical.
I have a thick noggin today.
What? Noggin?
A noggin, a brain.
What the?
That'll be for next month.
All right. Next month.
It's all
I said next year.
Christmas.
No, you said next month. That makes sense. Cyclical is almost sounds like a synonym to cycle.
Uh-huh.
They almost sound very similar.
Is it like a plural of cycle, cyclical, like more than one?
It's occurring in cycles. So take it as you will.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Same thing.
In other words, you didn't answer. You just read the definition again.
Right. I was
No,
like,
It's a
okay.
cyclical and cyclicals. Like, all right, you might be right. Well, our episode goes in a cyclical manner. So I'm excited for today's episode because we are going to be talking about conspiracy theories.
You guys know that we love some good conspiracy theories, and we did the job of finding scary ones.
I'm really excited to hear Yoatzi's cyclical
Because Louie doesn't
theories.
have any.
No, because if we go back, I've done every single conspiracy in the past.
What do you mean?
Like last year we did one. I had a lot of them, or randomly I kind of give them. So I feel like
So
it's
you
not
think you're all
that-
like dry out of them?
It's not that I don't have any more. It's that I feel like I've said so many that even when I was trying to find some, I was like, because there's obviously a lot, but some of them are really boring. So I was just like, what other? Because I like the ones that give me like the chiviricas, or it makes me just think, or like leave the room and be like, what the heck? You know what I mean? So I think I have one, but this one has like 3 of them in it, if that makes sense.
Oh, I
But-
think let's wait for yours since you only have one.
Mine's complicated. So
Oh,
I
shit. So
wanna
we need
hear
to
what
give it like
yours-
hella time. I have one that we could start off with
A ver.
that, I mean, it has its little like eeriness to it.
Okay,
It's
so
not,
spooky.
it's not very like crazy. We're going to start with something gentle.
Wait, sorry, I can't get over how I look on camera. Look. No, it's because I was looking at you like hella serious and intrigued, and I glimpsed over and I was like, bitch.
I need to take a picture because when I'm staring right at him, you guys, like right next to me,
No se ve like that, huh?
But on camera, bitch,
Yeah.
you're just a little blob.
Like,
You look like it's una almohada and your head's just like floating.
I look like
you.
¿cómo se llama? Beanbag chair.
A beanbag chair. Those are the vibes you're giving.
Okay, go.
I hate you for that. Okay, so Patrick is gonna get into the darkness. Okay. So when I was little, I really enjoyed listening to a song that I'm gonna sing to you, and I feel like right away you're gonna know the lore.
I'm
I'm
scared. I don't like songs.
No, it's not scary. I mean, okay, remember?
Oh, yeah. This is an OG Latina song.
Do you know the lore behind that song?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes and no. Something about it being related to like witches.
Kind
or
of
demonic.
So I used to love that song when I was growing up. Like I can't remember the exact time it came out, but I want to say I was maybe like in 3rd grade. And I remember even doing the hand signals. It was like I said he, ha, the he, and I would do the dance with like all my friends, and we would dance it. Yeah, and I was like, woo!
It was even on Just Dance recently.
It was. You're
on one
so
of the
right.
Recent ones.
So the crazy thing is that song got really, really popular in its time. But I remember growing up, out of nowhere, everybody started saying que era una canción del diablo.
Yeah.
That's literally like, no, ya no podemos bailar esa canción. Like all our
Ya no la
tías,
canten.
my mom's like, ya no canten esa canción, es del diablo.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, where the fuck did that come from?
I still don't really know.
And as a little girl, I deadass like did get scared. And I remember like I would ask all my girlfriends, like my niñita friends, and I was like, why do they say que es el diablo? And I guess, so the whole song, now that you listen to it, it's basically describing a day in the life of Diego.
Okay.
It's a guy named Diego, and you're just describing his life. And at some point, the song says he gets to the club and he starts to sing the song that goes,
Oh, okay.
And it's referring to the song, I said a hip, hop, a hip,
Oh,
a
what
hitting,
the
and a
heck?
bang,
I
bang,
didn't
boogie,
know that.
Yes, it's that song that it's referring to. But I don't know how or why the tias back in the day, they were like, no, es del diablo. I think it was all the hand movements and like just the way that the song sounded. I said, like, you know? They just started saying que era del diablo. So I remember that, and then all the tías would be like, no, y Diego es un nombre que le dicen al diablo. Like, that's one of his names.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Y they say his name in that song. So they were like, don't listen to it. It's like witchcraft. Te va a pasar algo si sigues escuchando esa canción, no sé qué chingada madre, whatever.
Yeah.
And then after that song had like its hit and it was going good, the girls that sing that song, Las Ketchup, that was their name,
Las
they
Ketchup.
disappeared.
What do you mean?
They
like
disappeared.
just from like the music industry or like in real life? All right.
Like nobody knows where the fuck they're at.
What the?
Like they just kind of, after that song, it was like their one hit song. I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they came out with any other songs after that. And I tried looking for them now. Nada que ver. They just like left fucking Earth. They're gone. They disappeared.
What the heck? I don't know that either.
So I feel like in a way, it's like, okay, it could be what it actually said about like describing Diego's day, and it's like a cute little song. But then I'm like, what if it was del diablo? Because now the girls are gone.
But there's nothing in the song that made it seem like a hidden message or anything like that.
No, I
thought
think
that's
just
what
the
it was.
lyrics, just the lyrics. Because how it starts is viene Diego rumbeando.
I always thought it was a good, like, catchy song.
I
but
did too, but I did stop listening to it when I was a chiquita because I deadass believed all the rumors that it was El Diablo.
Or if somebody knows if there's like a hidden message or something as to where that rumor started. But then I also can see it just happening because I feel like when I was little, todo era del diablo.
Right.
Everything that I was just like, yeah. I remember I was super into Pokemon cards. And I would collect Pokemon. And there was like this huge lore about Pokemon being del diablo.
Really?
And I remember like my friend's mom no nos dejaba jugar. She literally, I remember one time she was like, no estés jugando con esas cosas con mi hijo porque son del diablo. And I was like,
Pokemon cards?
Yes.
Se la avientas.
I know, but she fully would like, she even had a whole talk with my parents.
Shut the fuck up.
That's like how much she believed in it. I don't know. From being a kid, I was just like, these are literally just like juguetes.
They're literally fucking cards, señora.
And I do remember like in middle school, I kind of deep dived into it a little bit more. And there were certain little muñequitos in Pokemon that had like secret hidden things within their creature, if that makes sense.
Like in the card you would see it, or like when you would deep dive and be like, what is Squirtle? Like,
so like for
that.
example, let's use Squirtle. That's the one with the shell, no?
Squirtle.
Right?
I think so,
He
yeah.
has a shell?
Yeah.
Ya ni me acuerdo bien.
Squirtle.
But I guess if you looked at him, there was like something, a hidden message in his shell. Like things like that.
Oh,
where
what
I
the
remember
fuck?
when I was like in middle school, I started looking it up and it would show you hidden things within like the little muñequitos.
Yeah.
Just that you wouldn't notice unless they like drew it out or something.
Oh, damn.
So then I was like, huh. So it was just a little weird, but.
Pero ¿sabes qué?
Oh.
¿Sabes qué?
What?
Maybe the tias were right. You know what? I think Pokemon cards sí son del diablo. Because it has all these men hypnotized going to Target and fucking Toys R Us and everywhere. Be like, oh, Pokemon cards, Costco at like 5 a.m. in
That's
line.
man.
That's Alex. No, that's like literally all the guys. They're fucking going crazy for Pokemon cards and they sell like crazy. Like
Yeah.
the value that some of these cards have is insane.
Yeah, I remember that was going on with that, but then also with like Hello Kitty, we talked about that
Oh,
one briefly a little bit
sí.
already.
Yeah.
But I just felt like there was a time where like they would say anything that was popping era del diablo.
I wonder
Allegedly.
why. Maybe I feel like maybe they say that because there's just so much like attraction to it that they're like, no, something is making us want to be attracted to it. Es el diablo.
Because that's like a thing, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Where they say that some songs or something that have hidden messages for us to continue to repeatedly say it or sing it.
Yeah.
And it's obviously you're like chanting something.
Ew, I don't like that.
So that's what I thought you were gonna say, that you found like a hidden message within the song of like if you played it backwards, it was saying some shit. Like that's what I thought, because I've heard of things like that where it's like there's hidden chants, or if you play it backwards or certain words mean something and things like that. Where I was just like,
You might be right. You know what? I don't want to listen to it. I was gonna say that song, I said hey, ha, hey. I'm gonna put it on backwards. What if it says something evil?
Yeah.
But to this day, like I said, we don't know what happened to Las Ketchup. If anybody knows where the Ketchup girls are at, tell them hey.
Maybe they're with mustard.
If anybody knows where they're at, let me know in the comments down below so I can figure it out. This episode of Pretty Not Smart is brought to you by Huggies Little Snugglers. Huggies is the only leading brand with all-around blowout protection for sizes 1 and 2. Parents, we all know that there is nothing worse than a blowout. I know that when I'm out with my baby and I'm using Huggies Little Snugglers, I will not have to be worried about any unexpected blowouts. Parents, you should not have to be worrying about when the next blowout is gonna come. Ease your blowout anxiety by switching to Huggies Little Snugglers. Huggies Little Snugglers are up to 100% leak-proof with blowout protection in the front and back on sizes 1 and 2, so you can feel confident relying on them for your little ones. Huggies Little Snugglers, now with blowout protection in every direction, sizes 1 through 2. Huggies, we got you, baby. This episode is brought to you by Google Gemini. College students, do you know you can turn the most complex topics into simplified ideas? Or hours of research into just minutes? How about turning class notes into practice quizzes that help you get the big idea? With Google Gemini, you can do all that and more. And you can even turn long reads into quick listens, because what could be better than listening to a podcast? I am so jealous that students are able to use Google Gemini, because I wish I had that when I was going to college. It would have made my life so much easier when it came to studying for quizzes. I think my favorite feature is the one where you can turn those long reads into podcasts, because that means that I could be washing the dishes, I could be making myself some lunch while listening to all my notes on my headphones. The great news is students get Google Gemini's Pro plan free for 1 year. Sign up by October 6th to get free access to Gemini 2.5 Pro, unlimited image uploads, deep research, Notebook LM, 2 terabytes of storage, and more. Visit gemini.google/students to learn more and sign up today. Terms apply. Persona Nutrition delivers science-backed, personalized vitamin packs that make daily wellness simple and convenient. In just minutes, you get a plan tailored to your health goals. No clutter, no guesswork. Just grab-and-go packs designed by experts. Oh, you guys do not understand how much I've enjoyed the daily packs. Your vitamins come in convenient daily packs for morning, evening, and bedtime. It just makes it so much easier because I already have so many things in my head. It just makes it easy to grab my pack, take my vitamins, and I'm on the go. Get a personalized supplement plan in just a few minutes with Persona's free online assessment. I also really like the assessment because it was able to educate me on what type of vitamins I needed for myself. And you know what? They make it even easier by having daily packs delivered right to your door. Just makes it easy to stay consistent with your goals. Go to personanutrition.com/pretty today to take the free assessment and get your personalized daily vitamin packs for an exclusive offer. Get 40% off your first order. That's personanutrition.com/pretty. Take the free assessment now.
Okay, this next one is the little spooky boots.
I'm excited.
Damn,
Yeah,
gorilla.
No, I'm excited because, like we mentioned before, you guys, we don't tell each other what the fuck we're going to talk about. Like, I have mine in my head and notebook, and so does Louie. So I'm excited. Yours are good.
What if it's hella bad?
It's about SpongeBob.
For real. No, this one, I don't know if there's like a name for it, but I'm just gonna explain it.
I can't with your legs. Sorry,
I know.
guys.
Wait,
It's
look.
just the way que se acomoda with his little Bob Esponja.
I started getting a cramp. That's why.
Ándele.
Oh, cramp. Okay. So this is the theory. Allegedly.
Everything we said is a little disclaimer. Everything we say today is allegedly.
I see. Because when we talk about our last episode getting fucking flagged.
Yes, and we said allegedly.
If you guys weren't able to watch our last episode, please go find it on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or you have to be signed into your YouTube account and you have to be 18 or over. I
Yep.
know. That's not my fault.
It was YouTube.
Annoying. Anyways, this is all alleged, if that even fucking matters at this point. This is about the theory of celebrities or just famous people like offing themselves.
Hey, what do you mean?
Or like RIP. Well, I don't even know how to say it without us getting fucking
basically,
flagged. Yeah, basically this.
The skeleton in our couch.
Or you know what? Instead of saying it, I'm just going to be like, when I make
okay,
that noise,
perfect.
it means whatever this is right here. RIP.
That.
So it's the conspiracy that a lot of celebrities to be able to escape the fame or be able to just go back to living a normal life. And there's a lot of artists.
Oh, like when they fake it, you mean?
So like in our eyes and in the media, they're gone. Like, yeah, they're RIP.
They're-
RIP. But they're secretly just trying to live a normal
life.
And again, this is a conspiracy, and I don't mean this to disrespect anyone who has passed, but it is a theory that I wanted to bring up because it's something that is talked about a lot. For example, I feel like one of the most popular one is Michael Jackson, the king
Of pop.
So a lot of people will say that he went through so much in his personal life and also like as a celebrity, and I feel like even like we could call it like bullying, like cyberbullying, and like just the media bullied him so much about so many things. There's so many rumors.
His appearance, what he was doing, like
all these,
everything.
Everything. So some people made this theory that he didn't actually pass and that he did it to just escape all that. And that theory started because there's this person who looks like him. And he is supposedly MJ's, like, I think it was like his friend.
Uh-huh.
And that came up after MJ passed. And people are like, wait, you guys look way too similar. That it's almost giving like MJ faked his death and now says it's him to be able to live like a normal life.
Oh, shit. But his friend is still in the spotlight?
It's just
A
like
little
a
bit?
normal person who like decided to come up and like speak about MJ or something like that.
Oh,
But
okay.
even aside from that, there's been like supposedly like sightings of like
Sightings.
Michael Jackson. People have been like, wait, he looks so much like Michael Jackson and like things like that. But the whole theory of it is that people do it to like escape the fame. Or there's even like, have you guys watched the movie Princess Protection Program?
Yes, with Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez.
Yes.
I love that movie.
So allegedly the Princess Protection Program is based off of a real thing of something that people go through a program to be protected by secret services.
The Witness Protection Program.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
That's what it's called. I knew it wasn't called Princess Protection Program.
No, it's Witness Protection Program.
So people will say that basically that's how some celebrities fake their death, is by doing something like that. They'll fake the death. It's all staged and everything. And then they'll like give them a new identity, new social and everything. And they're able to live their life normal. But
in like Antarctica.
Far away from...
Far away from Shrek.
From the
you know, I've
world.
heard also about Tupac.
Oh
my. Guys, don't cancel me. It's my accent. Tupac. It's my accent.
The way you caught it before any of us caught it.
I'm going to get canceled. It's because, look, in my brain, I said Tupac, but my mouth said Tupac.
So you're like, boom, boom, back with the boom, boom, back. Boom, boom, back with the wee.
Guys, I meant Tupac. Don't cancel me, please.
What a pack.
But I've heard that they've said that about him too, that I think he was just involved in like a lot of craziness during his life, and there was just a lot going on that he might have faked his death. And there's been allegedly a lot of spottings of people seeing him. They're like, no, he's still alive. Like, we've seen him, we've spotted him, but he's like, bye. Like, I'm never gonna come back to the public.
Yeah, I sit like kind of half and half with that conspiracy, because I 100,000% see it happening. And somebody where like, if somebody has the money or the ability or really the need to escape from who they are as a person, and to be able to do that, that's something that I feel like the government can very easily do. Like, very easily.
Yeah, and they can change their face.
Yeah, like surgery or just their social, move somewhere else, or like even, I mean, there's surgeries to change your voice and like...
Yeah, you can literally like change your whole face if you really want to.
So like, I definitely see it happening and it being a reality. But the reason I say sit in the middle is because it kind of starts diving into it being a little disrespectful for those who have passed.
Yeah.
You know? Because it's like...
I see.
Like, I see it for some people. They're like, no, like, he's still alive. But then I'm like, well, if this person passed and they're trying to rest in peace, and we're over here making, like, fucking crazy-ass conspiracies and stuff. But there is that other side of me that it's like, no, I could definitely see that happening, of people needing an exit. Or what if somebody's just like, I don't want to be famous. I'm fucking over this shit. Like, and
especially what we talked about in the last episode where we were talking about how some celebrities just... they get exploited. And they get so tired and they're just so over it. And like you said, sometimes they have all this debt and they can't get out of the fame. They can't get out of it anymore. So a lot of times they're like, well, the only way out is if I fake it.
Yeah, like something like just to escape or get out of it. And I don't know, because sometimes I've thought about it.
You know what you reminded me of?
What?
This one was a little creepy thing that happened a few years ago on TikTok. Some dad, he basically faked his death. It was like this rich guy. He faked his death because he found another woman. Like, he went on vacation or for like a work trip or something like that, and he ended up falling in love with another woman. And he didn't know how to leave his like wife and kids. He couldn't figure out a way to leave them, so he faked his death. And literally his whole family and everybody thought that he was dead up until they saw a picture of him in Facebook. Like him traveling the world with his new like girlfriend or whatever the fuck. They found his picture, I think it was on Facebook or somewhere, and they were like, wait, is that blah, blah, blah? And they caught on that he faked his death. And I think he had like hella debt, I don't know what, with the government too. So he just faked it, but they found him. And I believe he had to go to jail because he did like fraud. And you can't fake your own death, guys. That's illegal. So I believe he had to go to jail. And his whole family was like, you fucking bitch. Like, we all fucking grieved you. We thought you really died and you were just over there living your best life.
That's ugly.
Because you couldn't figure out a way to, like, leave your wife and kids.
Yeah, no,
that's scary.
That's really scary. But what do you guys think about that theory, conspiracy? Because there's some of them that have, like, I wouldn't say proof, but some of them where people are like, no, like, this is why we think they're still alive, because there's like pictures or there's like little sightings, or there's like, well, like there's this other clip, and this is all alleged. This goes back to Michael Jackson. There's a clip of Michael Jackson after he passed. There's a clip of him going, or what looks like him going into like the back of a hotel or something like that.
Ooh, I've never
like,
seen
he's like walking.
that.
He's just like
Like all cash?
like with security and like just like walking. And but people were like, wait, I thought you were just pronounced dead.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
so there's like little things like that where it's just it could have been a coincidence and somebody that looked like him or something like that. But people are like, this is why these theories
And that
exist.
happened like right after they said that he
I
died?
think it was like the same day and everything where like supposedly after he was pronounced dead, there's a clip. I'll try to find it and I'll post it on our socials. But there's little things like that that make you be like, what the heck?
I still remember the day that Michael Jackson passed.
Me too, and I was hella chamaco.
Yeah, I think it was just like one of those like crazy moments in history, especially because he was one of the biggest, most famous artists like of our time. To this day, Michael Jackson is like such a staple in pop culture. And I remember we were playing outside with my best friend Julie, and we were playing. And then I just remember Julie's tia had the news on, and me and Julie were just like playing around, and it was like background noise. And I remember looking at the news, and it was just showing the hospital that he was at. And they were just like, Michael Jackson, he just passed away, like pronounced dead at the hospital or something. Yeah. And everything went fucking crazy. I remember Julie's tia was like crying. She was like freaking out. And she was like, Michael Jackson died. And I was like, what? So I remember I ran to our house because we were right next door. And I was like, Mom, did you hear that Michael Jackson died? And my mom was like, what? She's like, no es cierto. Because my mom really liked Michael Jackson. And she's like, no digas eso. And I was like, Mom, he did. She turned on the news and she was like, what the fuck? Like, Michael Jackson died. That was a crazy moment.
I feel like there's two really big deaths like that I saw like take over the media as like growing up. And for sure it was Michael Jackson and Jenny Rivera.
Jenny Rivera.
Those are the two that I witnessed with my two eyes, seeing like a huge impact. It almost felt like weird and like, I don't know, like a shift in the matrix, right?
Like something that I feel like you just can't believe it, especially because both of them were really young. Like they weren't like viejitos. I feel like when people pass and it's done like in their 90s, it's still really sad and it hurts, but you're like, oh, ya estaba grande. Yeah, you know, but when it's so unexpected and that they're still so young, so full of life, you're like, are you fucking for real right now? Like it leaves you speechless.
Yeah. I think it's an energy thing now that I'm saying it out loud. I feel like when those two deaths happened, I felt it in the world, like the energy of like...
Yeah, the energy just shifted.
Yeah, like something really tragic and sad happened.
Yeah.
Those are two that I feel like I definitely witnessed. And coincidentally, it's the two that I feel like people talk about the most of it being a theory. But then that's when I say that it's really sad and like I sit in the middle where it's like, I can see it happening. I'm not saying for them too or other celebrities, but I see this being an actual real thing. But I say it's sad when it's like we continue to make theories about like people who have passed or things that come off as like disrespectful.
And I think it could be too the fact that some people might not want to accept it because these people were like big known people that some people are like, no, there's no way they're dead. Like they have to be alive. Like still. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like those could be the energy that is getting thrown out there too.
I know, but with all that conspiracy theory being said, may them and everybody else rest in peace. But it is one that I see being talked about all the time. So I wanted to bring up here and get your guys' thoughts, or if you guys have seen something that makes you believe the theory.
Yeah. Comment down below. Okay, this one I'm excited for. I've been saving this one since I went into a lore like a few months ago. I ran into it and I was like, oh my God, like I fell into this whole figuring it out. And I was like, I need to tell this one to Louie. Please tell me you don't know about it. The Miami Mall incident.
Oh, I do.
You do? God.
But it's one of those that I really love the idea behind that I don't mind talking about it.
Oh, guys. Okay. If you do not know about the Miami Mall incident, I'm going to break it down for you real quick. So basically, it was on January 1st, 2024, the day after the new year. It's a whole new year. It was just a casual day at the mall. Everybody's shopping. Where out of nowhere there was just a lot of chaos at the mall. Like all hell broke loose, and people were just running, trying to get away. A lot of people thought it was a shooter. Like people just did not know what was going on. It was like a crazy panic, and everybody's like rushing to get the fuck out of the mall. Crazy panic, and there was just like over 50 cop cars outside of that Miami mall. Like it was just packed with police. Like some people were saying that it was basically all the police officers, all the cop cars from that city were surrounding that mall.
Even like helicopters and shit.
Yes, there was helicopters and people were like, are you kidding me? What the fuck is going on? And this is all allegedly. The cops said that there was just a bunch of fights that broke out and that there was kids like playing with fireworks inside the mall.
Something like that. But the creepy thing is that everybody was like, what the fuck? Why is there so much panic if there was just a bunch of fights? Or that many cops if there was just like a few teenagers fighting here and there? Like the panic should not have been as crazy to the point where you get all the cops from one city, you know? And then there's like little to no footage of this event. Like I feel like all the footage that you see is kind of like the same stuff. But in some of the footage, because people started looking, trying to figure out what actually happened that day, there is like 8 to 10 foot creatures walking by the mall, you guys. And it's like shadows. And I get goosebumps every time I look at the videos. We're going to try to post them on our socials. But you can literally see these very tall creatures, like altotes, and you see their shadows. And they literally look like they're just pacing back and forth. I don't think I've seen like the actual footage.
They're pacing just literally back and forth. There's one video that I'm trying to get Alex, see if he can find the image so I can show Louie. But there's like, let's just call it an alien or a thing walking outside with all the cops like behind their cars, like by the doors, just like kind of watching it. And it's just literally pacing back and forth. And cops were saying like, no, it was just a man. Bitch, there's a man right next to it. And that's like a man. But then you see the very tall thing just like walking back and forth. And then more people started coming out about what happened. I found this one guy sharing his story, and he basically was saying that he was running out. He was buying shoes. He was running out. When he turned back, he just saw these very tall creatures, like shadows almost. He said that he couldn't describe them like in detail. He couldn't see faces, but he could just see shadows, and that they were kind of like teleporting. Like they would teleport, they would disappear, and they would teleport somewhere else. And he was like, it was just very creepy. And everybody, of course, if you see some fucking weird shit like that, they're just going to run away.
Well, yeah, panic.
And then the media try to like control the situation by saying like, no, it was just a bunch of teenagers. Like there was no aliens, but there's literally footage.
But you forgot a big key point.
What? Which one?
Or maybe I'm making this up, but I remember somebody saying that the reason why they're like, none of this is lining up is because somebody called the cops. And when they called the cops, they said there's these 8-foot creatures, and they like described it as a creature. Like the cough to call the cops was saying that that's what it was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it wasn't like, so that's why people are like, then why would somebody call the cops and say that this is what's happening? If I'm remembering correctly, something like that. But there was like some voice or footage or something of someone being like, no, like this is what's happening. But once they got there, that's when they tried covering it up. And then people were like, it's weird how all this shit happened, all these claims were made, but like they decided to just shut that out. They're like, if there's that many cops in something, why wasn't it more described?
More described or tell us. Oh, and mind you, they were saying that there was a bunch of fights. There was no video footage of these alleged fights.
Yeah.
And when there's a fight, I know there's so many people who pull out their phones and they start recording the fights. Bitch, there is no video footage of any of the fights. And I feel like anything there was not very much media coverage, but the little bit that there was, it was very much controlled by like the cops and all of that.
Yeah.
And I feel like the only reason why we got other point of views and other people telling us what happened is because of social media. Because social media is such a big thing. Like people were telling their story through like Reddit, through TikTok, through X, just like talking about it. I have a little screenshot of a guy, and he was there at the Bayside Mall, allegedly. And it says, I was at the Miami Mall yesterday and the government is lying. There were no kids fighting. Everyone started panicking because these gray creatures were walking around. They didn't make any noises or sounds, but stared and watched you move. I tried to take a video, but every time I would try to, it would just bug out. They set a perimeter and wouldn't let anybody out or in unless they went through their phones. They were about 6 to 7 feet tall and walked very slowly. They could turn their head around completely, and it seemed like they could change. Oh, it cuts off. But yeah, this person, that's like their version of it.
That's scary.
And I'm telling you, like all this stuff, like if this were to have happened back in the day when social media wasn't as big, could have easily been swept under the rug, you know, because nobody could like talk about it like how we talk about things now on like TikTok or podcasts.
Yeah. Damn, I lost my train of thought.
Damn it, Louie.
Oh, and then I feel like every time people talk about this or they reference it, they reference the movie Men in Black, how they say like they erase their memory. With,
I wonder if that's a real thing.
I know, because everybody's like, they had to try to use a device to erase everyone's. And this obviously starts sounding so fictional and everything, but it's just, we cannot deny.
Oh, another thing. All of the people that came out as witnesses and talk about it on social media, none of those people knew each other. Like, it's just a bunch of random people. Why are they all describing the same thing?
Oh, yeah.
Like, they weren't with each other when this happened. Like, everybody just went out of their way and is like, I need to fucking share this to TikTok. I need to share this to whatever other app. But none of them knew each other. Like, to be able to be like, hey, let's say the same story, you know? And they all just basically came out with almost the same thing about the 10 feet creatures. Did Alex show you the video?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What did you think?
AI.
I know, mi amor. I'm like, I don't want to participate anymore.
I know, I'll ruin like the spooky vibes.
Yeah, he was just like AI.
AI.
And this happened in 2004.
Wait, what?
2004.
Four,
2024. I missed the two.
No te van a creer.
2024.
Yeah, no, it's really creepy, and I always say this, and I will continue to say it, but I really hope to experience something like that.
Te va a salir uno.
But I I don't even care if I don't have any footage of it. I don't care if nobody believes me. I don't care if they throw me in a psych ward. Nah, just kidding. No, but like
I'll be like, he's not crazy. He just didn't take his meds today.
I have him right here. No, but like I will be satisfied as a human being once I see something with my own eyes.
Te va a salir un día. He's manifesting and le van a jalar las pinches patas.
No, I don't want to see paranormal. I just want to see an alien. That's different.
But I feel like those people that did experience that, I feel like their lives had to have changed forever. Mm-hmm. Like you, how you're saying, I hope that one day I get to, with my own eyes, see an alien. I'm sure a lot of these people, we don't know if it was an alien or a creature or what the fuck, but I'm sure a lot of these people didn't even have a chance to pull out their phone. Like, because if you see these fucking damn creatures, I don't know about you, but my reaction isn't going to be like, let me pull out my phone and record it. I'm going to be like,
yeah.
You know, I'm going to be so fucking shooketh. I'm going to be staring and probably scared and run for my life.
Yeah, I've tried to mentally prepare myself that this is going to happen to me one day. So
¿Se está preparando?
I am like it's a routine for me to say, pull out my phone and record. But I will say like a instinct will probably be to run because
your fight or flight is going to kick in.
Yeah, because oh my God, it's so crazy when our body instincts kick in because it's so easy to be like, babe, take out the phone and record. And like, I feel like if it's nothing that spooky or something, then probably will take out your phone and stuff. But when it's something that really has you like shocked or something, I feel like your body's survival instincts kick in. And I could definitely see somebody be like, and like running away or something.
And your first instinct is, let me get the fuck out of here.
And the best way, oh my God, the best way, not que ver with what we're talking about right now, but the best thing that has shown me proof that our body has a fight or flight instinct is when I got into my fucking fight in high school. That whole thing, if it wasn't for the footage that people recorded of that fight, I don't remember anything. I can sit down with you and try to explain to you what happened during that fight. I cannot, because it's such an adrenaline rush. It's a fight or flight. It's a survival instinct that, like, I've heard people describe that in the past. Like, when you get in a fight, like, you don't even, like,
don't feel the putazos.
Yes, even that. I promise you, I didn't know I had, like, a single scratch in my head.
Shut up. You didn't feel anything?
Anything until after my adrenaline went down and everything. I had, like, these scratches and stuff all over my body. But in that moment, it felt like a second. And I remember watching the video and I was like, it was almost scary to be like, wait, I did that? Because, like, you don't remember anything like that. Unless it's something where it's like an intentional thing. I almost feel like if I go up to you and I'm like, I'm gonna get her, then I feel like it's different. I'll remember because it's something that I'm like, there is no fight or flight. I know what I want to do and I'm gonna do it because I want to do it.
Right.
But when it's something that like you didn't see it coming or it hit you unexpectedly and your body goes into actual fight or flight mode, it is such a different experience that my body, like watching that, I don't remember like throwing putazos. I don't remember like getting scratched or hit. I don't remember verbally saying like, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. Like all those things just didn't, it wasn't my body. So when I see something like that where I'm like, if you're getting scared to the point where you're like, oh my God, then it's just like at that point, I feel like the last thing in our brain is to be like, let me take out my phone.
Let me take out my phone real quick. You're like, can you like just pause real quick?
Yeah,
Let me record you.
Yeah, it's very different than if somebody's like, hey, there's aliens in here. You're gonna be like, oh, let me take out my phone, bitch. Like at that point.
No te metas ahí, hay extraterrestres.
Yeah, like at that point, you mentally prepare yourself. You're like, okay, I'm gonna get a video and then I'll run. But if it's something that's so unexpected, I feel like your body is just like,
Like, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you have the biggest balls. But I'm sure if you were to see a 10-foot shadow creature, like, just staring at you, te vas a cagar. Te vas a miar on the spot.
you know, do like a photo shoot.
I'm like, can you pose this way, babe?
For real. Like, Douse. Douse the one
Like,
inside.
Douse. He's wearing a Douse Namek top.
For real. He has
We're
the
like,
sweat.
He has the little red top.
He puts the horns.
But yeah, that's one of my favorite. Ever since I heard about it, me da las chiviricas, as Louis would say.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. So if you've never heard about it and you want to get deeper into it and see some of the footage or some of the people, like the witness statements, go to the TikTok, go to all those social medias, your favorites, and I'm sure you're going to run into something.
Yeah, I still see that one popping up on my like FYP every now and then. And
Yeah.
I always, even though I already like have seen everything, I still like, I don't
Like
know,
looking at
it's
it?
fascinating.
Yeah, if you guys have any other ones like that you want us to learn about or dive into, comment down below.
Yeah, because I feel like I fucking already know all of them.
No, there's going to be more. So make sure you pack those motherfucking comments.
Okay, for this next one, try to keep up and follow along.
Okay.
Yoatzi, you are going to be taking the place of our listeners
Okay.
and viewers. So if you have any questions because something I say doesn't make sense,
Raise your hand.
let me know because they might have that same question. Remember to keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle. All right.
At all times.
I'm all like, this one's not paranormal or anything like that, but it's a mind fuck.
Okay, we like those.
So it's a couple of conspiracy theories, but I feel like they're all connected to mean the same thing, which is why I'm saying, like, if I'm not making sense, hit me up because it's a lot of information that I'm trying to gather and put on a platter.
Okay, I'll try to grasp. Fully grasp it.
So I think I should start off with the one called zoochosis.
The fuck is that?
And zoochosis is a very real thing. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But I'm going to start off.
Are you trying to say Zootopia?
Babe, like a movie. No.
Psychosis.
It's called zoochosis. And this is when an animal is in a zoo, but they're fully aware that they're in a zoo. And they're stressed and depressed and because they know that they're not in their natural habitat. Us as humans will put them, I'm not saying bitch, not us, because I don't do that shit.
Right.
Those people will put them into zoos and they try to create this fake universe to try to fool them into thinking that that's like their natural habitat, but it's not. Whether it's like a source of water and a lake and then there's trees and like all that shit.
They try to mimic their natural habitat.
Exactly. But animals know that that's not where they're natural supposed to be. Yeah. So then that's where zoochosis happens, that they're stressed, they start showing signs of depression, they start kind of going a little like crazy, start acting out of like character because
one of the things that I notice that they do is they start to move in the exact same pattern. Like, for example, Ratita will start pacing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, side to side, and they just don't get out of it.
Yeah, I feel like one that's seen a lot are hamsters. Even like if you're like at PetSmart or something like that, they'll go like in their little wheel because they're showing signs of stress, and then they'll sometimes like they'll start eating themselves and things like that because they're just they know they're not where they should be in their natural habitat. So the theory is that us as humans are going through zoochosis, that
Ew.
we're not where we should be as humans. We were not created to be doing jobs or to be on a couch in a SpongeBob costume filming a podcast. Like, as humans, we weren't like created to go to a 9 to 5 and work to serve other people and wake up. Like, we were made to hunt, I guess, and to like naturally work out.
Like cavemen.
And, like, yeah, like just kind of like from the beginning, before all this shit was done, of like you have to go to school, you have to go to a job, like
society became a thing.
Yeah.
Before, society became a thing. Before, when we were just cavemen and we were like, "Brr."
So a lot of like the things that we were supposed to be doing naturally are things that we don't do anymore. Or even like working out. Like working out is seen as like a privilege now because not everybody has the time, the money, or the resources to go to a gym and or even have the time to not even go to gym, but like go on a run or something like that.
Right.
So they say that similar to animals who are held in captivity and aren't eating like the food that they should be eating and stuff, like that's similar to what we're doing with like even the food that we eat. A lot of it is obviously made by like the government, and then like there's things, you know how like with animals there's like tranquilizers and shit like that in their food to like relax them and stuff like that. They say that that's kind of what we're doing with like antidepressant pills or our food or like other things to help us, but it's like we wouldn't be needing all those things if we were just in our natural habitats doing our own kind of stuff.
I hate that so much.
Yeah, so that's where it gets a little like crazy because I never thought of that I was like, yeah, for like in the back in the days. I'm not saying that we're not supposed to evolve as humans, but I'm saying like maybe that's where a lot of stress comes, because I can speak to myself that sometimes when I'm indoors for too long, I do feel like I'm starting to get like overwhelmed or stressed. I just need to step out and get like fresh air or like things like that. And I feel like it could be something so simple for like even animals like that, where they know they're trapped in the same place and they're aware that they are. They're like, bitch, get me the fuck out of here. But they can't do anything. And they're kind of stuck with like,
I don't like that.
having to follow what we've created for them. And in our case, it's what like the higher ups have created for us.
Yeah.
And it falls into the other theory of like, we go to school to be taught how to like serve for others, not for ourselves.
Right.
We go to school to learn to like work for others, and we have to get a job, and we have to do this, and like, and it's all to benefit the higher ups, not us as humans.
Yeah, because I don't know what schools y'all went to, but our schools never taught us about starting our own business, being entrepreneurs. Like, that was not a thing. How to do our taxes. They basically teach you, like, well, you have to pick your 9 to 5. You have to go to school and get really involved in school, spend all this money just to be in debt, and then go work a regular job.
Yeah, or even like when you're like in elementary, like, what are you gonna be when you grow up, man?
Yes,
Like,
they're not like, what would you like to create? Like, explore those creative options.
Yeah.
That kind of gave me the chiviricas, though, just to think about like all the mental illnesses that come from like the stress of living in today's society. And that's something, like you said, that that's like something that we weren't meant for.
Yeah, like it's normal now, like to obviously like if you don't get a job and stuff, it's kind of like, look, what are you doing? But because of the way that our world and society has been created, in order to quote unquote succeed, you have to go to school, you have to get a job, and like there's no room to start at a young ass age and be like, I'm not gonna go to school. Like, no, bitch, you have to, you're going to jail.
Right. Or you're gonna be like living in the streets if you don't work hard and you don't like echarle ganas, you know?
Yeah. But
That
look,
was a
that
very
one
scary
ties into this other one.
Louis has Patrick spooked.
I know. So there's this other one that I don't know what it's called, but it kind of falls into the same category. But it says that the government allegedly purposely doesn't help like homeless people with food or with a place to live or things like that. Like just things that they could do to help these people get off the streets, you know? That they intentionally don't do that to engineer homelessness, to teach others what happens if you fall out of line.
Oh
and I
my
was like,
God.
ew, that one scared me.
I think I've heard it, but not in that way.
Yeah, right?
Like, mira lo que pasa si no le echas ganas.
Yes, and that one scared me because it's like, okay, you want to fall out of line and not go to school? Look, there's an example. Or like, okay, you don't want to go work a 9 to 5? Then look. And I was like, oh my God, like almost like in school or like growing up, they don't embed in our brains that we can create or we can do something to make money or we can become like business owners that like, that's not what we're being taught.
Right.
So it's very much like, hey, you better go to school, you better do your 9 to 5 like you're supposed to, and you better listen to us or you can fall out of line, but look, that's how you're gonna end up. And I was like, oh my God.
Ew, why is that really crazy? Because in my head, especially going to LA where homelessness is such a big issue in LA, downtown LA to be specific. And I'm always like questioning why it's still such a big thing.
Like why they haven't been able to
why
get help for
haven't
them.
they helped these people? There is so much fucking money in this country. There's so many wealthy people. I just don't understand why nobody can lend a few millions off of their billions to help. Like one fucking person alone, like Elon Musk can probably get rid of all the homelessness in California if he really wanted to. But they don't. And I'm just like, oh, that might be why.
It's like a proof of like...
Allegedly.
It's like a proof of like, okay, you want to fall out of line? Look. And like,
Ew,
that's
Louie
really
don't like that one.
Yeah, it was like a whole
Quizá no
like...
quiero
I
one.
know, it's super scary.
It's scary. Like that's actually like a thing that could really be real.
I know. And it's like, again, all of these things are conspiracies or all allegedly, but I love talking about conspiracies and things like that because it opens up your brain to think of stuff that we don't think about on a regular.
Yeah.
So like for that one, I was like, because it's like you have questions like that, like why isn't the government like helping these people? But then you hear that and it's like, ew, I could definitely see that like, it's almost like, vas a ver. Like, you're not going to pay attention to me? Well, that's what's going to happen to you. Like there's no other route. It's either you work forever or you fall out of line and are like that forever.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it was really scary and it had my mind like spiraling. It also reminds me of another one that ties into, this one's really sad too. It's another theory. So for veterans, there's like this theory that the government, because I don't know if you've heard that a lot of times veterans, after they're done serving, they don't have money.
Yeah.
Or they didn't get the help that they need. Or
They're
it's just kind of like, yeah, or they're just like, okay, we're done with you. Bye. Like, you're over it.
Yeah.
And they say that that's intentional because they know if like, that the government does that intentionally, allegedly, because if there was ever like, there's another word for it, but like a riot where like human civilization wants to go against like the government or like the higher ups, because those people have been trained so well to even serve for our country, they're like, though, if they were in the right state of mind, they would be the leaders of everyone else to go against the government because they're the ones who know. Because
they were in the military.
Yeah, like they know how to like work guns, they know how to like fight, they know how to like, everything. So they're like, the government allegedly intentionally doesn't help them because they don't want them to be like at their best to help lead those who want to go against the government.
Ew, where did you find all of these? These are all really... He's pretty and smart today. He's a conspiracy theorist today.
Because I like I like hearing about these things because it's scary and spooky. Because they make sense. It's not saying, I'm not saying that
that's
it's
why
right.
they like freak me out so much, because they literally make sense.
Yeah.
Because the same thing. I see all these veterans and I'm like, didn't they serve the country? Why are they homeless?
Yeah.
Why don't they have any money? Like, what the fuck happens? Like, pobrecitos.
They should be taken care of forever.
Right? Forever after serving this country. They should have a warm bed to sleep in every single fucking night and thriving and being successful because they did something so major in their life.
Yeah. But it's just like, damn.
Pobrecita gente. And I get so sad when I see like veterans outside asking for money. And I'm like, oh my God, like pobrecito.
See, yeah, no, and it's like, I don't know. But when I heard that one, it kind of spooked me out because I'm like, if they're spending all these years of training these people to fight for them, like, hey, you're fighting for me, so you got to be at the strongest and be the most knowledgeable with your weapons and stuff. But when it comes to now you going against me, I got to make sure you cannot put anything that I taught you against me,
Right.
So when I heard that one, I was like, ew, that one sounds spooky.
Ew. Yo, the way that they're like always like 20 steps ahead of us is crazy.
Oh, that too. I feel like that's a known fact.
I don't like that
Always
one. What do you
100
guys
steps.
think about all of these? Or have you guys like already been thinking about it?
Yeah. Or do you guys think it's a reach with any of these?
And I'd be like, y'all are fucking stupid as fuck.
I
Go back to
know.
doodling SpongeBob and Patrick.
Hey, and if anybody wants to come at us for saying that our theories are dumb, just remember it's pretty not smart.
Right. And we're just chatting to chat.
Yeah, they're theories.
But should we move into my last one?
Yeah.
It kind of has to do with like that you were talking about mental health
Okay.
a little bit. This one kind of came full circle. Well, not for first, bitch. No puedo hablar.
First circle.
First circle. Es que, so, as you guys know, I had a baby. My baby turned 5 months yesterday. And I have been dealing with postpartum depression. And I've talked to Louie about it. It is something that is very real. It's very scary. And it comes and goes for me right now. It's like a very scary thing that's happening to me. I'm very much depressed, but I'm trying to just fight back. You know, I'm like, no, chingada madre, no. But there's days where it just come at me pretty bad. And like, I'm just like, you know,
Yeah.
It's like an everyday battle and it has its ups and downs, but I've gotten through it before. So I'm very positive that I'll definitely get out of it again. It's just something that happens. But I was in like deep thought a few days ago and I was like, ¿cómo le hacían las mujeres de antes? Las mujeres de antes, they did not have antidepressants. They did not have all this like mental illness assistance that we have now. I feel like mental illness is still there's still so much more research that can be done for it. But I know for sure there is a hell of a lot more resources now than there was back in the days. So it got me into this fucking hole about lobotomies. Do you know what a lobotomy is?
I think. Is it the thing with the brain?
Uh-huh.
I better explain.
Lobotomies. So basically, a lobotomy is something that they used to use in the 1930s to like 1950s. They thought that this is how they fixed mental illnesses. When people were schizophrenic or people were like really depressed and just had this heavily depression, they were like, we have a cure. It's called a lobotomy. And the reason why I thought about it is because a lot of women would go through postpartum depression. And back in the day, they did not know what postpartum depression was. A lot of times it was just viewed as like the husband would just be like, my wife's crazy. My wife is going fucking crazy. I don't know what's wrong with her. She can't move off the fucking couch. She won't move. She's just like there, toda muerta. Help her. You know, they didn't understand postpartum depression. They didn't understand a lot of mental illnesses. So I don't know who the fuck, but some doctor out there was like, let me fry their brain. They knew that our frontal lobe, aquí right behind the forehead, that is the part of our brain that basically controls emotions, that controls our personality, it basically makes you who you are as a person. It's right here in the frontal lobe. So they were like, what if we like scramble that up a little bit? And they literally would grab palos and they would stick them behind their eyeball and just basically move their brain around. To basically, I don't know if in their head they were like, if we scramble it, it's going to reset them.
Yeah, almost
kind of like a reset button.
Yeah, almost like they need to tap it to like wake it up or some shit.
Like a fucking reset button.
Yeah.
They would do that, or también I think they would do it through the nose and basically like scramble in the head.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it would literally, there was some times where supposedly it would make them better. But more often than not, after lobotomies, people would be way worse off. Like if they were bad, they were worse. Like their personality would completely change. Like they were a completely different person. They would be more depressed, more bipolar, more schizophrenic. And oftentimes they would also lead to death.
Yeah.
It was just like very scary times. And they did practice this for a long time. I want to say maybe like 20, 30 years. It was like a thing where like, hey, my wife is going crazy or this person's crazy. Let's give them a lobotomy real fucking quick and just scramble their brains up a little bit. And it wasn't until antidepressants became a thing that they ruled out that lobotomies were cruel and they were like, we cannot be doing this shit anymore because they're so bad. But only after practicing it for like fucking 25 years. So it just really got me thinking at the fact that these fucking idiots really thought that was a good idea just to like scramble someone's brain like that.
Yeah, that's scary.
And it would completely mess up people's like memory. There's pictures. Maybe I'll try to pull them up too. There's pictures of like before and after lobotomies.
Oh, I think I've seen those.
Yeah, they're creepy. There's like people who will literally look like sad, and then in the other one they're like jing, jing, like sad, like bitch, they're crazy.
Yeah.
Or they'll just kind of have like a little smirk, and then in the other one their hairs are like like they're fucking going crazy. And like that was real thing, allegedly something real that happened here in this world.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about oh, this is related, but like not really. But it comes to like what you were saying, that now there's a lot more study of like about ¿cómo se llama?
Antidepressants,
No,
lobotomies,
after you give birth.
postpartum depression.
Yes, there's a lot more about like postpartum depression now, but sometimes people will try to fight it by being like, well, people didn't talk about that before. Like that's just the thing now. Like people don't talk. Like there's no.
Like eso no pasaba antes.
Like not enough people talking about it, or I mean, nobody was claiming that before, so like it's not true. It's something that people have made up now to like make an excuse. But then I'm like, no, it's probably people were just, one, they don't know what the fuck it was, and two, they were just scared, and like three, especially if there's some shit like fucking lobotomies happening, that they're probably like, I know you know tengo nothing. So
yeah, I feel like oftentimes it was just kind of like, that's bien. For even in today's society, whoever has not gone through anxiety or depression, they do not understand what that's like. And they don't understand when people like talk about it. I feel like it's like, ay, ya, ponte a lavar los trastes, se te va a quitar. Like kind of those situations, you know? A lot of people are still very in denial about like mental illness. And it's just one of those things where también back in the day, a lot of people didn't experience it. So when people were like, something's wrong with me, I don't know what's wrong with me, or like they would notice their depression, they'd be like, the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Like, you know, almost like not taking him seriously. Yeah.
And there's also different levels to it too. Like it's very possible for somebody to like, or also maybe just because the word anxiety gets thrown around so much that like it could be that somebody's a little nervous, but they're like, oh, I have anxiety. And it's like, no, bitch, you're nervous.
Yeah.
But also like there's different levels to it where like you could be experiencing some sort of like anxiety, but it's not compared to somebody who has like severe anxiety, or somebody who just, because that really is something that takes control of your body. And that's when it's like really freaky. With like even like being depressed or postpartum depression, which I didn't experience or probably ever will. But it's to like see how the levels of how deep it could actually get into like mental health. Like it's a full like disassociation. It's a full like you don't have no control, and it's so easy to say like I just shake it off. But like the amount of times that I've had like really bad anxiety, and like I even try to convince myself, it's really bad for me to be saying this, but I try to convince myself that it's all in my head. Like I'm just like I'm making it up, like Louie, wake up. But it's like that's how much like when it's like bad, you're just like, bitch, like why can't I just snap out of it? Like it's not real. Like this is fake. But then it's like your body's in fight or flight.
Yeah, I feel like depression is really tricky because a lot of times, a lot of people will often be like, I am sad, I'm depressed. That's not what depression is. Depression isn't just you're sad. It's like this like heavy feeling on you where you almost feel like, picture a very dark room and you're in the corner, a tiny little person just like squatted down. That's almost the best way I could describe it. It's just very dark and you feel hopeless. It's not just like, ay, estoy triste. No, bitch. It's just like a much deeper thing. And often it comes with like anxiety too. I feel like depression and anxiety kind of go hand in hand. They're just like your worst enemies. But I do think that también like antidepressants, I have a love-hate relationship with antidepressants because I've talked about it in my past, how they did help me get out of like a very tough spot. And right now that I'm going through postpartum, I have revisited the thought of like, should I get back on antidepressants? But the reason why I really don't want to is because I'm comparing my postpartum depression that I have now to what I had with Ella. And with Ella, I had really bad postpartum depression and I was on medication. I was on antidepressants, and tell me why it was 20 times worse than what I'm experiencing now.
Oh, mood.
Like it was so bad, Louie, like the thoughts that I would have. Like I thank God that he got me out of that space and that I am still here today. Because back in those days, I almost felt like I wasn't going to make it to another day. It was
and
very
you seemed
scary.
very disconnected from like
Life.
Or every time we talk to you, you're just kind of like there.
Yes, dude, it was so fucking scary. And it's also scary to think that like antidepressants do that because they're supposed to help you get out of it, not get stuck in there, you know? It's like what's supposed to help you. So I'm hoping that just like lobotomies they finally figured out that those were cruel and let's move on from that. I'm hoping that something down the line there is a healthier alternative to mental illness and like find a cure. Something else, because if something doesn't sit well with me, that I was on them and tell me why I was going through like the worst time of my life and they were supposed to be helping me. And now my depression and anxiety is annoying, but I feel like without the meds, I kind of have more control of my brain and I can kind of manage it. Like I'll just kind of be like, I know what this is. I've experienced it before. I need to distract myself. I need to get busy with work, even though some days I really can't, but I'm like, I could do this. I can do it. I'm gonna get out of it, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, antidepressants are scary and so are lobotomies. And
it's scary, but definitely a step to the right direction. I said lobotomies. We'll be fucking lobotomies all scary.
The lobotomies. Yeah. I just wanted to leave that. I wanted to say one more thing about lobotomies. So online it says,
you got one done.
It says, in short, a lobotomy was a crude attempt to reset the brain by damaging it. Sometimes it reduced symptoms, but usually at the cost of a person's identity and functioning. I don't like that.
Me, the way I'm sitting.
SpongeBob's little legs are tired.
Oh, hell no. This was a lot of them. And we hope you guys enjoyed these. We wanted to kick it off with conspiracy theories, but we have some spooky things planned if it works out. But we still have a whole month to go.
Yay!
But yeah, we love you guys so much, and we can't wait to see you guys on the next one.
I wasn't done, but okay.
Oh, wait, what? What were we going to say?
I was just going to say to please comment down below any other conspiracies that you guys have that me and Louie can maybe deep dive, or if there's something that we still haven't covered. I would love to hear what you guys have out there so that me and Louie could do research and talk about it. And also comment down below what costumes we should do for the upcoming episodes.
We love spooky season, and we know you guys do too. So we're excited for the whole month. And we'll see you guys, ahora sí,
on the next one.
Bye.